Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm your host, Al, doing an unexpected live handicapping session here at Parx, covering races, the final 5 races on the card, 6 to 10. Now, I only got 2 minutes to look at this 6th race, and I have not looked at the card. I do have the PPs, so I'm doing it on the fly. You're going to see how I cover these races, what factors I look for. And now I'm going to make picks on this race with less than 2 minutes to go until post time. And I'm bringing up the video, no sound. 2 minutes to post race 6. How am I going to address this? We'll get to that, but first, got 2 minutes to post. I'm going in ice cold. I have the PPs in front of me. I'll be able to look at 7 to 10 and break them down and give a full session here, is starting from scratch. And now I'm starting from scratch with 1 minute to post. So I'll break out the PP, but first coffee, and then we'll get right down to business. All right, let's go at it. Race 6. Are there any scratches? This is a race I'd probably pass because I most likely would pass because I don't have the time to look at it. Let's look at this. Any scratches this race? No scratches. They are going to be approaching the starting gate. What am I going to do? Maybe I'm an action better. What am I going to do? 1, 2, 3. The one looks a little bit slow. I'm looking at pure speed here. 3, long-legged boy, early speed, early fractions. 7 to 2. I like that. Hot Love, number 4. Has the best last race, 7% trainer, 19% jock, high percentage jock. So 3 and 4 I like. 5 had trouble in his own lone start. I don't like that. 6. Okay, 6 has some early speed. I don't like it to win. 7, I think, looks a little slow. And 6. Okay, 7 has the percentages. I'm going to go 7 over 6. 8's the first time starter, so I don't like it. We are going to go 3-4 over 3-4-6 exacta. This race has been handicapped now in about 30 seconds. Let me just go back. 3-4 over 3-4-7. Let's get the pick in. That's for the action player, folks. Am I betting on this race? No. Parx, race 6, exacta, 3-4 over 3-4-7. Doing it ice cold. That's my pick for Parx. I just handicapped, didn't look at the races, didn't look at the card at all. Get the pick in. And that would be my action play. They're approaching the gate now. 3-4 over 3-4-7. Now, I see 7 is favored, and the first-time starter, number 8, is taking some money. And let's talk a little bit about the 8. The trainer, out of first-time starters, only wins 4%. Decent jock, 14%, Jose Gomez. That's okay. Nice workout at Belmont on November 18th, 11 out of 85, 48 seconds for 4 furlongs. Now they're lining up. Hi, everybody. If you're out there, best of luck if you're playing this race. Do you like the new announcer at Parx? I haven't heard him yet. I'll let you know. What do you think of him, JW? Thanks for joining us. Let's see. All right, of course, we're going to be able to handicap this more thoroughly. This race, I started handicapping with exactly 2 minutes to post. I have not seen any of these PPs yet. So you're getting to see me handicap a race cold, going in, pretending I'm at the track. And one of those guys that doesn't do the handicapping in advance like I usually do. You're going to see it as if I was at the track and was forced to just look at the races as they came. So right now I got 3-4. Oh God, that 7 is down to even money at Parx. So the 7, I lucked out. 3, 4. It ran much better than the 7 in slow start. I could only imagine that they're going with the trainer. The 3 long-legged boys on the board at 5-1. 4 Hot Love, who ran the best last race, is on the board at 9-2. And I lucked out, who opened at 9-2, is now even money. Best of luck if you're playing. Maxwell House, original blend coffee. They're in the gate, the first coffee. Good luck, everybody. And they're off. I expected 3 to show a little bit more speed. And the 2, who ran an absolute clunker right now, is leading. 7's on the outside. The 2 is leading. Now somebody else sticks a neck in front. Looks like it's 3 long-legged boy. No, it's the 4. 4, Hot Love. Hot Love ran the best race out of all of them in its last race. Now the 7's rolling up on the outside. The 3's dropped back a bit. The question now is 4-7. Where's the 3? The 3's not there. Seems, I don't even see him in the picture. I think he's 4th. Okay, it's 4-3 heading for home. 4 still out front. The 7. I think the 3 is coming up. What are we going to have here? And handicapping this race, starting from scratch, we produce a 4-3 exacta winner, with 7 coming in third at 4-5 odds. So you box those 3 that I just gave you. You got the trifecta, and you got the exacta, a 7-2 over an 8-1. And you saw, if you go back and you replay anything, you'll see how I came up with this. The process I looked for. I started off going for started off looking at the speed figures. I looked at the percentages of the jockeys and trainers, but I started off looking at the speed figures, and I saw that the 4 ran the big last race, a race much faster than the others, and it was not favored. And I saw the 7, who looked slower. I liked the 3 because it had the big early speed, the best early speed, and took the lead, dropped back, and then came back and finished second. And he did have a decent race 2 back. In the 7, I think they were just betting the trainer. So we got it done here. We'll have more time. I started with 2 minutes to post. We'll have more time to look at the next race. And I'll actually get started on that now. I'll give you what the payouts of this should be. Probables. Race 6. Probable pays. The 4-3 exacta for $2 will return $66. 4-3-8. Look at that. The 7 didn't even get third, so you wouldn't have the trifecta. My back exacta play was 3-4 over 3-4-7. So that's 3-4-3. $66 for $2, 33 for $2, 33 for $1. So if you bet $4 on that, you bet for $1, you get back $33. You make a $29 profit. The next race, we'll see how we do next race when we have more time to look at this. 66-1. Now that's for $2. It's actually 33-1 exacta. So you get back 34 for a $4 bet and get $30 if you played that exacta. Hey, JW, thanks for weighing in. Because I'm showing here that it is. All right, nice. We're out of the gate, hitting early. Let's see how we do now with the now begins the late pick 4 sequence. At post time will be in another. Is that right? Post time 3:07. So let's get up race 7 and not waste any time with that. Because remember, I haven't looked at any of these PPs yet. I have them, so I'm doing this ice cold so I can probably present people who are watching can get an idea of the things I look for. If I was going, say I was going to the track and I didn't look at the races beforehand, and I was playing it race by race. So you'd see how I handle it that way. And a lot of players out there, that's how they do it. They don't look at the PPs. They walk into the racetrack, they buy the daily racing form, they sit down, and then they start playing the races one by one. So I'll approach the races that way today. Not going to worry so much about multi-race plays. I will look closer at race plays within the race. Probably most likely exactas. I've had a lot of success with exactas. That's how I began my racing, my winning days, focusing mostly on exacta plays. Some trifectas here and there, but mostly exactas. So we're going to look at it that way. I'm not saying I'm leaving the other plays out, but what I'm going to do is take it race by race. And now we move on to race 7. Let me bring up the PPs for that. If I have a chance to, and I'll tell you the wagering options here. And this is Parx race 7. All righty. This race is 1 mile and 70 yards. Claiming. It's a claiming race. Yesterday, last night's show, I covered Mountaineer. And they were claiming races, and most of the claiming races, they were for $4,000. You can have the horse for $4,000 as long as you prove you can take care of it. This is a claiming race for $40,000. It shows the difference between a track like Parx and a track like Mountaineer. You got better quality horses, better quality trainers, better jockeys, and you're probably going to get more races that play true. Since the quality of the participants are higher. So it's 1 mile and 70 yards. Purse, 40,000. Claiming, 40,000. I'll tell you what I'm working with here. I'm working with the Brisnet at Speed Figures and the Buyer Figures. Let's see how many horses we have in this race. 7 horses in the race. Okay, this should be manageable with the time constraints. Not looking at the races in ahead. I haven't gotten to the PPs yet. So let's see what we have out there. JW. Good luck, JW. Anyone who's playing, if you came in late, I'm handicapping these races one at a time as if I walked into the track, hadn't seen a thing, bought the racing form, and sat down 20 minutes to post before the first race. So that's how we're doing it here. So you see how I look at it. Now I'm starting from scratch. So let's go to the PPs and see what's going on. I like to look at that before looking at the board. I don't want to get swayed by the opening odds. All righty, we got 7 entries. So we should be able to narrow this down. And I quickly glanced at the PPs as I scrolled through them. And it looks like it's, at first glance, it looks like a very, very competitive race. And another thing I see, looking at the opening fractions, if you look at their running lines, you could see the positions and how fast they were running at certain points in the track. Looks like a lot of early speed is signed on. At least 3 of them usually like the lead. So what I'm going to do here, even before I look at their speed figures, is look at their opening fractions. How fast they run their opening fractions, what type of energy they're expending. And I'm actually working from the bottom up. Cobble Road 7 is getting spotted significant weight here in this race. Has a 13% jock and a 14% trainer, Randy Allen. And the jock, Gabriel Ramos is a 13% jock. And last race at Pimlico, it ran very fast fractions. But what about Parx? What kind of fractions does it run at Parx? I'll tell you what kind of fractions it runs. It's if you go to the race 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 back. This one, Cobble Road, wired the field at Parx. Wire-to-wire winners. And the race before that, it wired the field. It was running second at the first call by a head and then led the rest of the way. So it won 3 races at Parx from November in a row, from November 17th of 2021, and then again in February 21st, and then March 16th. So earlier in the year, it was running 92, 97 speed figures at Parx and 4 for 12 at Parx with a third. I'm just enamored by this one because it's the longest shot on the board. So that's Cobble Road number 7. Definitely a contender. So I'm gonna, and big early speed. So I'm gonna throw that one in there. At the distance, in the money, 5 out of 10, 3 winners and 2 thirds. Let's just check the time, see where we stand on this. Hey, Emma. Quite a long time. Yeah, we're back. We're going to be doing more live shows, a lot more live shows. You know, had got the video, the streaming going, things straightened out a little bit. And yeah, more live shows. And good to see you. Good luck today. You playing? I got my prescription coffee mug. Let's see, Mr. Java Joe Espresso, Dr. Harold Feelgood. Okay. Mr. Java Joe Espresso, drink 1 mug by mouth. Repeat until awake and alert. Daily grind quantity 12 ounces of black gold. Refill sure expires when mug is empty. All right, let's get back at it. See how much time we have on the clock. Minutes to post. Where are we? Where are the minutes to post? 12 minutes to post. Oh. That's a world of time compared to starting with the first race. If you didn't see the first race, I came in with 2 minutes to post, handicapped the race from scratch, and picked a $66 exacta, 3-4 over 3-4-7, and finishing order was 4-3. $66 for $2, so $34 for 1, because you got to add the money in. $68 for 2, because you get your wager back. Okay, where are we? Okay, back to the race. Race 6, Paco Lopez is working 7 upwards. This one is gets a top jock Paco Lopez, who is 30% at Parx, and Richard Vega, trainer, 25% at Parx. This one doesn't need the lead, but it did win its last race here, and but it's jumping up in class, big class jump from 25K to up to a 40K claimer. 90 speed figure, 92 the previous at Parx, 35 starts, 8 wins, 6 seconds, and 5 thirds. At the distance, 6 tries, 2 wins, a second and a third. I got to respect the 6 just because of this jock. And it seems like it won the last race. Before that, it hadn't won a race since December. So maybe, shot its, best shot last race and may go back to losing again. But the jockey got to be respected. Doesn't have the early speed that the 7 has. Let's go up. 5. Absentee. Okay, so far, I like the first 2 as consideration. This one, just 16% trainer. Okay, I like that. Drops in class today for this. But the speed figures just look too slow. Gets the same jockey, Louis Ocasio, 12% jock. He's ridden this horse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. Does like the distance, 2 for 3 at this distance. I told you this is a competitive race. And at Parx, 11 races, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to lay off this one for now. And this is a deep closer. Does have a tremendous closing kick. So we'll keep the 5 as a second-tier horse, like making notes. Race 4, the King Cheek. What do we have here? 3 for 5 at Parx, including 3 wins and 5 tries and 2/3. At the distance, has never missed the board at this distance. It's another early speed type. Now, this is where the 7 might bump heads with the 4. Because this one can run with it. And both the 7 and the 4 likes to go to the lead. And the thing here is the 4 is dropping in class for this race. It has a high percentage trainer. We talked Jamie Ness. You know, you always have to consider Jamie Ness. He's 29%. And the jockey Ruben Silvera, 20% jockey. Early speed. He's going to be breaking inside the 7. Let me just check the class of the 7. Okay, the 7 is dropping in class 2. Did they ever face each other? No. But I got to consider the 4. Definitely with Bess and definitely by these numbers at Parx, 3 wins out of 5 tries. So, how many minutes to post? 10 minutes to post. See if anybody gives us a little breather, and we'll get back to this. Yeah, thanks. What is your prediction? Race 7. What am I working on now? Race 7. I'm handicapping that race right now. I'm going to write my prediction down, Emma. So far, the horses I like best in here, I've looked at 7, 6. I'm working backwards up 7, 6, 5, 4. And so far, it's a real hard call between the. I like the 4, 6, and 7 out of those so far, but I'm still working on it. So let me get back to the handicapping and see what we're doing here. Going back another step, we have, like I said, a lot of early speed signed on and decent trainers. Again, this is a 40K claimer. The 3 Rondon Scorsese gets Luis Rivera up 12%. Trainer Miguel Rodriguez 24%. High percentage trainer. Early speed helps, but the other 2 are quicker early. Yeah, doesn't have as much speed as the other early speeds. I think the 3 is a little soft, so I'm going to leave the 3 out for now. Number 2, Codependent. This one is a closer. %, trainer, Jacinto Solis and Andrew Wolfsund is the jockey, 12%. And so you get another high percent. We got pretty good trainers in here. This one's decent at Parx. Has hit the board 10 out of 14 times with 3 wins, 3 seconds, and 4 thirds. And at the distance has hit the board 8 out of 10. It ran its best career race last race. This is Codependent. It's 4-year-old. Let me just go back to one of the other ones. One thing I like about the 7, who opens 12-1, besides the big running style, really likes this track. 4 wins out of 12, has the big early speed. Besides dropping in class, the 7, Cobble Road, who opens 12-1, is getting spotted 8 pounds. Because this one's getting spotted 8 pounds. So 3 looks a little light. Oh, so we're back to 2, Codependent. It's a closer. Which brings me back to the 5, who's a closer. 5 is a better closer than 3. So I like 5. I'm going to make a note of that. I think I'm going to use that underneath with all the speed. Maybe this one comes up to grab a piece. 2 wins and 3 tries here. And a real big closing kick. So it benefit 5. The name of the 5 is absentee. Benefits from the pace. Now that brings us to the 1, Super Dude. Adam Bowman is the jockey. He rides Super Dude again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the 6th time in a row Adam rides Super Dude. And now this one is a presser. Doesn't need the lead. Is always close to the lead. He's finished second 3 out of the last 4. And he did win a race prior to that Penn National by a neck. And he won at this distance at Parx, wiring the field. And I don't see that happening today. He must have just got the pace to set up for that. Nice horse. I mean, he does his best running, it seems, late. He's an 8-year-old. They give him the 3rd highest power rating. What do we do with Super Dude? I mean, his races 2 and 4 back puts him in a position to win. What do they say about him? High percentage trainer, rail post is winning at 20%, ran 2nd versus similar last race. Highest speed figure at today's distance. Now highest speed figure at today's distance. He's an 8-year-old. That could be 5, 6 years ago. Best dirt speed is among the fastest of today's starters, which takes us now, we'll move over to the buyer's figures, which are all very close. Here's what we're going to do. I think the 4 is the standout here. Based on Nest, based on the percentages, has the numbers. He has the early speed. I like even though the 7 is 12-1, he's now on the board. It's 7-1. Now I'm looking at the board. I'm going to put the 7 in the 2nd slot. Ness's horse, the King Creek Cheek, is an open 5-2, now 3-2. But the 6 with Splice, the main brace, has Paco Lopez up, and this one doesn't need the lead. And I think this, it's a versatile runner. Let me bring him back up here, back in Brisnet. Yeah. So we got a speed horse and a big speed horse and a early to pressing type who likes to run up front. He could take the lead. He doesn't have to. Gets the top jock. Put those 2 first, second. And I'm going to add the closer underneath the 5, absentee, with the one with the tremendous closing kick. So a play is going to look like this: 4-6 over 4-5-6-7. And right now, look at the selections. Parx selections 4-6-1-2. So they're thinking the same way I am. So, but let's see. Let's write it down. So, hey, maybe the 7 slips into second. 4-5-0, 4-6-5-6-7. Handicapping. So you saw how I did this from start to finish. The shakeup. Hey, the shakeup. Emma, I'm going to post my prediction here right now. Parx race 7. I have not looked at these PPs before coming online, so 4-6 exacta, 4-6 over 4-5-6-7. The thinking here is that the 3 of these 5 horses are really big early speed types. So I think it might break down a little bit, and that opens the door up for the 5 to grab a slice here. The 5 has won 2 out of 3 at Parx. How much time do we have before the race? Do I have time to look at something for a daily double? Do I have time? How many minutes to post? 0. No. You see, that's why it pays to look at the races beforehand. Could I mess around a little bit? Is there one that really stands out? I guess the 9 would somewhat stand out. He has the best figures. 9, 6 and 9. I mean, if I was going to make an action play, 4-6 with 6-9. That's just going purely by the speed figures. I haven't looked at anything. 4-6. Get this. 4-6 with 4-6 with 6-7-9. Now, yeah, that's really tough to call. Yeah, I'll sit tight with this, unless you want to spread 4-6 with 1-6-7-9. I'll just write that down. 4 mind bet 4-6 with 1-6-7-9, and they're getting into the gate. So good, best of luck, everybody. I'm not going to rush anything. I'm not going to put in a double, but I will. I got a bit of a head start. I've looked at just at least a little bit, a glance, some of the horse to take a closer look at when I get started handicapping the next race, race 8. I can't believe it's on race 8 already. Where does the time go? Horse racing. Gotta love it. And the rate in the gate. Best of luck, everybody. The 4 and 6 look like they're co-favored. Watch for the 7 to be running early. Keep an eye on that one. I have exacta play 4-6 over 4-5-6-7 exacta. Got the first exacta. Let's see if we can get the second, because we had more time to look at this. There goes the 6. As expected, 6 is 4 has the big early speed. So does the 7. And Paco Lopez running on the 4 takes the lead, but now they're all getting swung wide. And all righty. 4 at 3-2. Jamie Ness, 29% trainer, or was it 30? Oh, it's just about the same. You get the idea. 1 is running on the rail. 7 is still there. 3 leading the way. Wow. This is setting up nicely for the 6. Like I said, the 6 is a versatile runner. Doesn't need the lead, but takes it sometimes. Takes what the defense gives him. Here comes the 7 now, starting to make a move. And the 5, the late closer, is starting to advance. Second to last now. The 3, I'd be shocked if this one holds up. Shocked. But he looks strong. Now they're starting to move. Here comes that 6. 6. Is this interference? Okay, now the 6 has not taken the lead yet. The 3 is finding another gear. And the 5 is coming, and so is the 1. The 5 is coming out of the clouds as expected. And the 5, will he nail the 3? 3-5. Well, he had the second position right. Jamie Ness, look at this. Bites the bone. And the 4 just couldn't get by the 3. Let me go back. What I like to do after a race, when something like this happens, is a 3. Okay, opened 8-1, came down to 7-1. And the 3, that was another early speed type as well. It had run here 4 times, first to second and third. Never had the speed figures as fast as the others. Never had the early pace as fast as the others. Only on a wet track at Penn National, 3 back it did, but never had the pace that showed the pace that the others showed. You had the 24% trainer, Miguel Rodriguez, and you had Luis Rivera, a 12% jock. Had decent jock. I guess he just got position from the inside, and they just gunned him from the beginning, and it broke the other spirit because the 4 was nowhere to be found. The 5, I think the 5 had the great closing kick. He benefited. I thought for a second the 5 might win. How'd everybody do? So yeah, 3 not impossible. The others, I couldn't have played it. I couldn't have played it, and I would do the same thing all over again if faced with this race again. Oh, brother. All right. So right away now, since I don't have much time, I'm gonna go straight to the next. Go straight to the next race. Do we have any other tracks running at the same time? Speed handicapping. Okay, race 8. That's scheduled to go off at. Wow, they're going quick there. 3:34 p.m. Okay, let's bring up race 8. I mentioned already the 1, 6, 7, and 9. So race 8, Parx. Let's stay here. I want to make some quality picks. I don't want to be messing around with other tracks now. Speed handicapping. Do that another day, maybe. Yeah, I want to try and make this an experience where maybe you can hit some good races and you're not rushing around. That's not the way to play the races. That's the way to get into trouble. That's the way to trouble and get into and go into the racing death spiral, where you start losing races one after another, and you try and win back your money. So you're shooting from track to track to track. Oh, Golden Gate goes off in 1 minute. I still have time. They look at the board. They don't even look at PPs, and then they place a bet, and of course they lose. And then they looking around again, and they're frantic. I'm not that type of player. I've done that before. I've made that mistake before, and I've learned from that experience. And I don't do that anymore. It's a recipe for disaster, and go into the death spiral, as I call it. It's like a black hole of horse racing, handicapping. And this channel is about sharing our experience, our knowledge of horse racing, helping others improve their game, learning from others. I learn from others all the time in here. There's some tremendous viewers and guests that participate in the chat, and they give out tremendous horses and tremendous winners. So there's a lot of good players in here. All right, race 8. $3.5. Jeez. What'd that pay? Let me just bring up the probables there and see what it paid. I don't even see what it paid. All right, 19 minutes to post. So we're in good shape here. Number 2, Speedy Zephyr is scratched. Number 2, Speedy Zephyr is scratched. At quick glance, I looked at 1, 6, 7, and 9. All righty, let's see what the hell's going on. Take this down. Race 8. What are we going to look at? What are our plays? All right, we'll start off with let's go top down. This is another race that is competitive. I'm looking at the prime power numbers here on Brisnet sheet. They have a calculated prime power, who they give the prime power to, and the first 5 of them are within 4.9 points of each other, which is very, very close. So we're going to start. Little bit about the race. Now it's a cheaper race. Cheap claimers for Parx. Last race, the other race, earlier race with $40,000 claimer. This is $7,500 claimer for 3-year-olds and upwards, which have never won 4 races. 3-year-olds get spotted 3 pounds over older horses. Fearless. This one is won 3 out of 17 on the board 7 times. 3 wins, 2 seconds, and 2/3 at Parx. At the distance, decent at the distance, 8 starts, 2 wins, and 2/3. Martinez Elliott Soto, trainer, 20%. Gabriel Ramos, jockey, 13%. Okay, so let me go through these quickly, then I'll get a closer look. I just want to get a better feel for who I can get rid of. Or ones that do any jump off the page at me that I can get rid of. Because when you if you take care of your tosses first, the ones that don't figure to contend, it makes it easier because then you could focus closely on the contenders. So get rid of your non-contenders first. Already the 2 looks a little slow. I'll probably go back to him. Has low percentage jockey and trainer. 3 looks very solid. By the numbers anyway, has the most impressive numbers of the ones I've seen. This 3 defend. Or this I'll defend. I don't know. Number 4. 4 looks a little light. Let me just compare him to the 1. The 1 has a decent race 2 back. 3 looks strong. 3 looks very strong. 3, 5 starts here at Parx, 2 wins in a second. Only thing troubles me a little bit is the distance, but this one is dropping in class today. The 3, another Jamie Ness. He whiffed last race. Jamie Ness, yep, 29% with Jose Gomez up. This one opens. Okay, 3. Okay, so 3 is a contender. I have 1 as a borderline contender on a B column here. 4 looks simply too slow. 2 wins here out of 23 tries. If 3 has a high percentage trainer, drops in class, drops down 2 classes. And when Jamie Ness drops down 2 classes, he wins 33%. So 3 must be used here in the win spot. And in claiming races, Jamie Ness is 28%. 4 can't use. So far, out of looking at the first 4 horses, I have 1 as a 2nd-tier horse and 3 as a 1st-tier horse. Number 5, Orbit. Right away, I'm looking at this one. I can't use it. 6% trainer. Speed figures are much too slow. At Parx, 0 for 5, never hit the board. At the distance, 0 for 16 with 2 seconds. Career, 3 winners out of 29 tries. This one is just too slow. I can't go with this. I can't. It's not for me. 5 orbit. It's too slow. 6. This is one I mentioned earlier. What do I think about the 6? We be there. Consistent as hell. Not as fast as the 3, and maybe not even as fast as the 1, but so consistent. Board hitter, 10 times on the board in 17 tries, 12 races at Parx, 3 wins, 2 seconds, and 3/3. So that's 8 times on the board out of 12. At the distance, 7 tries, 1 win, 2 seconds, 2/3. Come in second, the last 2 here. Always runs at this distance, it seems. It's 4-year-old. If you want consistency, number 6 is the horse for you. The last 2 races at 1 were in February and March of this year on this very track, and won both races by a neck. And he's come in second the last 2 races. Always around. I mean, it's nothing thrilling. He did lose to the Method, the 4. Aha. That's the Nest. No, 4, the Method. No, he did beat the Method. All right. All right. I didn't like the 4. Okay, good. So he beat the Method in the last race, in his last race by 3/4. He ran between horses last time. When they run between horses, they expend a lot of energy. So keep an eye on that in the previous races and the descriptions, or if you're watching the replays. If it gets stuck running between horses and still put in a good effort, hey, next time it'll probably get in a bit better position, and you know this horse has power and stamina. Okay. 6, a 6, he's in the same league as the 1. I'm still on the 3. What about 7? How are we on time? 12 minutes to post. We're still looking good. Any comments? Toprak. Hi, Toprak. Indianapolis race 3. Oh, I haven't had a chance to look at that. I'm doing this on the fly. Do you have any picks for us for race 3 at Indianapolis? How many minutes to post, Toprak? Thanks for joining us. All right, where were we? I don't want to lose my train of thought. Then we're going to look at the odds. I'm not looking at the odds yet. I'm not going to let the board sway me. If I have a minute, I'll take a look at Indianapolis. It looks like I have some time here to spare. Doing the speed handicapping thing. Indianapolis. Let me just take a glance and see if there's anything there I can do for you. Indianapolis. Horse Show Indianapolis. I have no idea. I'll look at the board. It looks like Space Force 1 is favored. A good jockey on the 4, Deshaun Parker. It looks like an evenly raced match. No idea. No idea. Good jockey on the 3. Nothing. And there's 1 minute. 1 minute to post. I was making a mind bet just looking at the board and the players I know. I boxed 3, 4, 7. But who the hell knows? I would not play it. No way I would jump in. 3-4-7 mind bet box. And 5 is taking a lot of money. I wouldn't even touch this. Not even worth it. I don't want to steer anybody the wrong way. I gave it a look. I don't have the data. Good luck, Toprak. Thanks for checking in. Okay. Let's get back to it. 10 minutes to post. We're still in good shape. So far, we're looking at the 1, 3, and 6. The 6 is the consistent one. That's the one I like. Let's go on. Still have others to look at. 2 Princesses, not for me. Decent trainer. Ricardo Ernesto Padilla and 12%. Jock Gerardo Milan. And it's been running at this class. Did win here at 4 back, but I don't think it's a closer. 2 wins here in 10 tries. 0 for 5 at the distance. No, has never been in the money. I can't go there. Number 8. 1 here, 3. He has 37 races at Parx. Sailor again. Howard Brown, the trainer, 14%, and Michael Sanchez, the jockey, 19%. Got a decent jock. Finished 3rd versus similar in last race. Best speed is faster than the average winning speed. Has run. It's a 5-year-old. I'm going to have to go back. Not for me. Okay. 9 is a closer. 9 is going to be tough. It's a 3-year-old, so he's getting spotted weight. I like that. Have an 8% trainer. Calderon Jose Santella. But a jockey, jockey hasn't really raced much. He's raced 3 times. Franklin Gonzalez, 3 times, 1 win and a second. That's good, 33%. Now this one closes. He's been running on bigger circuits, Pimlico, Monmouth. Does have a race at Parx where he did okay. He 2 back. It's been claimed a lot. Dropping in class for this. Has a great closing kick. So I like the 9. Angeli Blue. I put that on the same class as the 3. Yeah. So we just go. All right, now we're going to go and look at some odds here as we get closer to post. Okay, so I had the 1 on the second tier, open 6 to 1. Wow, I didn't know it opened that high. And down to 4 to 1, they're taking money. And the 3, the Jamie Ness horse, this Defend, open 5 to 2, now 9 to 5. And the 6, We Be There, open 5 to 1, and it's really not taking money, up to 7 to 1. That's the one I talked about that's very, very consistent and finished second the last 2, and he had 2 winners here. He had 3 winners here in a row earlier in the year. 2 of them that he won in a row by a neck. So then We Be There. Yeah, this one's always around. And the 9, who I really liked, opened 3 to 1. That's the closer and is on the board at 5 to 1. I think the 9 is a win contender. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with the same sort of strategy as last race. I think I'm going to go with the same sort of strategy in last race. I'm not going to try, because I'm still working on this race. For those of you who were joining late, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I started this card here late. I started the 6, came in I didn't look at, I had the PPs, but I didn't look at anything. So starting from scratch as if I walked into the track and bought the racing form 20 minutes before post. And I went in with the 6th and hit the 6th with 2 minutes to spare. But now we're going to go here. Here's where I'm leading. I'm leading right now, exacta, race 8 exacta. Let's put it out there. I'm leading going with the 3 and the 9. But I have 50-cent trifecta here. What about boxing the 1, 3, 6, and 9? And the 1, I mean, you can play them for 50 cents. You can play the trifecta for 50 cents. What if you box 1, 3, 6, and 9? Or about this? How about 3, 6? Put the 2 I like best are the 3 and the 9. And 1, 3, 9 over 1, 3, 6, 9. Well, I want to add another horse. The one that intrigued me a little bit was the 7. Let me go back to the 7. Hasn't hit the. I'm comparing it to the 8 Sailor again. And at least Sailor again won here. Sailor is better. I'm going to look at some pace figures again, just to get a better handle on this. 10 is the speed. 10 is probably the lone speed. 12 to 1 shot. Let me see. You get Paco Lopez on 10. He probably has something to prove after last race. I think the 10 is too light. I'm looking at the pace, but I think it's too light. And 9 head and shoulders above it. It breaks up from the outside. Open 12 to 1, now 6 to 1. I like that I'm getting 5 to 1 on the 9. I don't know if that's going to hold up. And the 3, you got Ness and his 29%. You throw out you take his 2 races, throw out his last one. And his prior 2 races are better than the other. His 6 is consistent. He seems to be alternating. Looking at patterns of the horses, he seems to have. I mean, he's dangerous. If the 3 or the 9 run their race, the 7, the 6 doesn't win. Let me go to the 9 for a second. The 9 is dropping. I mean, the 9, the race is 2, 3 back. They fit this. And the 9 seems to be a horse for the course. 6 races at this distance, has won 3 and 3, and it came in second twice. So first, second, 5 times out of 6. Yeah, the 9 got to be there. The 3 with Ness got to be there. The Ness. What happened with Ness last race? He's dropping in class today. They say in the description area he swung 3 wide and had no rally. But all his races before that likely win today. And the 1 is just not as fast as the other 2, the 3 and the 9. Got a 20% trainer, 13% jock. You got the rail though, and usually likes to stalk. He did win here 2 back. I don't see him winning today. I think it's either 3 or 9. I'm not going to get greedy with this. Let me go back to the board. 1 minute to post. Oh, God, I didn't know it was that close. Let me post my picks here. Steve, hello, Steve. You didn't mention the 10. The 10, I just mentioned 10. I think it has, or is going to probably be the early speed, but the speed figures seem too slow, and the other ones just seem faster. Not impossible. What are it has Paco Lopez, which is excellent. Race 8. What are the odds on it? Let me just check the odds on the 10. Oh, Jesus. Let me get this in. My pick here is an exact 39 of a 1369. Exact of 139 over 139 over 1369. Exacta. (39 over 1369). Let's see. They're still messing around a little bit here. Parx usually have a little trouble in the gate or getting them in there. You know, it looks like one of them is having trouble getting in right now. Let's see. Now let's watch the 10. See if the 10 flashes any of that speed. Yep. Now the question, that's Paco's plan here, is to try and get this one to clear. And there he goes. And that opened at 12-1, now at 9-1. I still think it's going to be 3 or 9 who takes this. 9, we were getting some money. 1 is bet down to 3-1. Where is Jamie Ness and that 3? I see him moving now. He looks like he's around 5th or 6th place. But Paco is playing Catch Me If You Can. Now 9 is running last. It's a big closer, so no surprises there. Good luck, everybody. Enjoy the race. Here comes 3. There goes 1, moving, shifting to the outside. Where's the 6? 6 is the consistent one that always seems to be around. They're heading into the far turn. 10 is opening up. He looks too quick for him today, folks. Paco on the muscle. Here comes that 6. No, that's 4 coming now. What's going on here? 1 is moving. 10 hanging on to a precarious lead. 10 is going to take this, folks. And Paco Lopez running them off their feet. And a tremendous call by Steve Danico. Great job, Steve. Holy smokes. Big call of the day so far from our viewers. Thanks for weighing in. Hey, everybody, I hope you took notice of Steve there with a great call on the 10. That is going to pay some bucks. And what troubles me here is who came in third? I mean, what was it this? Where was 3? Where was 9? So those of you who just go strictly, now this was the case where 10 really was the lone speed here. And you got a jockey here who's good on speed horses and took it to the bank. Opened 12-1, was down as low as 5-1, and finished closing odds were 11-1. Let me just go back and look at the PPs here for a second on this one. I just want to see if there's... See, that never really ran fast enough to compete with the others. No, I'm looking at the wrong horse. The Storm Pony. Never ran... Race 4 back was competitive. That was at Delaware. Only raced on this track once. Trainer was only a 6% trainer. Well, that's what it is. If you get a setup where you have one horse which is the main speed type and doesn't look to have any others that are strictly your speeds types, you've got to take advantage of that. Albeit if the figures are low, because the race sets up for the horse, and this was a perfect example. Great job, Steve. I hope some of you picked up on that and played that horse. Yes, great job. Tremendous race. Paco Lopez, 30% jock at Parx. See, I fell into the trap there of getting too hung up on the speed figures, the jockeys, the great trainers, the high percentage trainers. When you have a horse like that, that really is the lone front running type. So pace, as they say, pace makes the race. Lone speed, exactly. I am going to heat up some coffee, then we're going to get started, get cracking on the 9th race. Actually make a new cup. I don't have any contenders yet. I am coming in here with just looking at the PPs cold. Let's see. Great job, Steve. Great job. Hey, thanks everyone for joining us today. Let's get it done here in the 9th and 10th. We had the exacta in the 6th, so 7th and 8th, not so. It was a $66 exacta. But now we got 2 races to go. Will I have time to look at the daily double? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm doing these cold. I haven't looked at the PPs in advance. So we're taking it as it comes. So far, we've been on it once. We had a nice winner from Steve D'Amico. Thanks for weighing in on that, Steve. Great job. And we'll be right back. Stay tuned. And we're back. Enough coffee for right now. I may have another cup tonight. Ice water now. So far, wagering results. I've gave picks for 3 races so far. And what do we have? We played a 2/3 exacta box the first attempt, 2/4 the second attempt, and a 2/4 the third attempt. So that's $16 wagered. Results in 3 races so far. We got to go. We have $16 wagered. $34 returned. Returned net profit of 18. Okay, that stands for results, folks. Not going to horse around and change it. Let me see. Yeah, let's do it. $16 wagered. We got plenty of time. Just basic. So if you've played my picks, you're ahead so far. But here we go. We're doing this on short notice. There we go. Here we go. We got 2 races left. Will I have time for a daily double? Let's see. We've only played exactas to this point. A 2/3 exacta, that connected. I'm basing those net profits on a $1 wager and return 34 for $4. And then 2/4 play exacta and another 2/4 play exacta. Those are $6 losses. So net gain of 18 so far. What do we got here in this 9th race? 9th race, it's an allowance race, so we got better horses in here. The allowance race is $52,000 purse. You know, you look at the purses. Mountaineer yesterday, they had one purse was $7,900. We're talking about different animals, different horses at a high quality track like Parx, just under a top tier track. And a lot of the good trainers come here and compete, like the Nesses, Pletcher comes here and he competes sometimes. Got some good trainers in here, and you got some good horses and some excellent jockeys. Okay, this is 1 mile and 70 yards allowance. Purse of $52,000 for registered Pennsylvania bred fillies and mares 3 years old and upward, which have never won Pennsylvania restricted races other than maiden claiming or starter. 3-year-olds get a 3-pound weight break. Non-winners of a race at 1 mile or over since October 22nd allowed 3 pounds. Okay. What do we got? Where are we going to start? I've not seen these PPs. I've mentioned that before. We're going in fresh. That exacta last race, by the way, a $2 exacta, 10 over 1, $131 for $2. It was 10-1-6. Jamie Ness has thrown blanks, shot blanks the first 2 races on big favorites. On big favorites that actually look good, which is rare for Ness. Are games being played at Parx? Are games being played? The horses that are clearly faster the last couple of races have not come in. Well, I could see the last race with the 10 being the lone speed, but the race prior is just a head scratcher. All right, race 9. We only have, let's see, 10 minutes to post, so let's get on this here. We'll start by looking quickly at some buyer figures, starting from scratch, so you're seeing how I handle this as if I just showed up cold at the track and I did not look at anything prior. We'll look at some speed figures. And nothing really flying off the page, so let's get to the race. Mile and 70 yards. Now I'm going to go back. I'll look at some. It's fairly competitive between the top 3. Go down the line. The 1, I'll get some ideas of the speed here. The 1 quarter flash. Never raced at Parx. 9% trainer, 12% jock. Seems like its best races they never raced at the distance. It's been running on synthetics and turf. It does have 1 try on dirt at Monmouth. It's sprinting where it finished 2nd. 7 lifetime races, a winner and 2/3. Not impressive. 2 looks better. 2 definitely looks better than 1. 2 has a big race at Parx at 7 furlongs. Where he won, running a 95 Brisnet figure back in August. It's 7 furlongs, but it maintained it. It just wired the field. Okay, this one has excellent early speed. At the distance, though, never ran this distance, so you'd have to stretch out. And Jamie Ness is the trainer again. To his 29%, he's fired blanks the last 2 in this one. Got to consider it. Come on. Number 2. It looks like is 2 scratched? Wait a second. It is scratched. See, I'm taking a good one gets thrown out. So where do we stand? Connoisseur, number 3. That one has early speed. At the distance, it's a 5-year-old. Threw a clunker last time. It got clear and then fell apart and finished 4th, 17 back. What the hell is going on? Why are they raising the class on this horse? Last time it won was in February, right here at Parx in the mud. Lifetime at Parx, 3 wins and 29 tries, 6 seconds. I got to respect the speed. It was vanned off 2 back. Showed some speed last time. I'm going to mention the 3 just based on some of its early performances and its early speed. Number 4. On the board, 9 of 13 times at Parx. 1 for 2 at the distance. It's been running consistently in the 78 to 76 range. It did have a race at 7 furlongs, running an 82 here. Ran a slow race at Parx, but won coming from behind. Yeah, this is a closer. Jockey Jeremy Laprida, 15%, 12% trainer. I'm not in. It's better than the 1. That's all I can say. He's been posting better figures than the 3, so I'll list it as a consideration. Number 5 comes off a good race in the mud here. Sneaky trainer Carla Morgan won 2 of 3 races, 67%, gets Andrew Wolfsont up as the jock. Ran a good race last race in the mud. It's sprinting, one decent race. It needs a stretch out. I'll put that one as a second tier. Number 6, another early speed type. Early speed in the mud, though. Ran it wide the field last out with Frankie Pennington. Pennington has been on this horse every race but one. Pennington is Mr. the big guy on campus here at Parx. It has been around for a while, winning 22%. The jockey, the trainer, Jason Service, 23%. Has some nice numbers. 7 races at Parx, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. At the distance is 1 for 2. It has a second place finish in 2 tries. Is that a mistake, a typo here on this thing? Here's check. Well, it shows it won. It shows it won its last race at this distance. No, it won its last race is at a mile. Got to get the connections. This looks like another competitive race, folks. I'll put that one as a top tier. Race set number 7 has Paco Lopez with Jamie Ness again. 29%, Paco 30%. 1 race at Parx, nothing impressive. Now watch this one win. When the other one, it has races, it's sprinting, it's stretching out. Has races 3, 4, 5 back that win, 7 back that likely win. Never raced at this distance. What do I do with this one? I'm inclined to toss it. Let me think about it. Okay, 8. 8 has a 9% trainer, Timothy Smiley, and Abner. The jockey is 15%, Adorno Abner. This is a closer. Has a race 3 back that's really big. At Parx has won 3 out of 12 with 5 seconds and a third. How are we looking on time? This one looks like I'm going to toss Ness, okay? It doesn't look like he has it today. And I think I'm going to go with another one of these. Let's do it. I think this sets up for the closer. We have a lot of early speed. This sets up for the closer. I like it. Now we'll look at the board. The 8 is 9-5. The 5 is 3-1. Look at this. All these are close. So what I'm going to do is do this. I'm going to lead with the 8. Just check one more thing. We got 2 more minutes. Lead with the 8. Lead with the 8. And we'll put underneath the 6. Eight, 6. 6-8 over 3. What about the 5? All right. How are we on time? I'm going to do another one of those exacta plays. Up 18. I'm going to go with one of these. Hopefully the 6 is the one prevails. Oh, brother. All right, we'll do it this way. Let's go this way. Exacta. Exacta. Race 9. Exacta. 6, 8 over. And play. Hey, Aaron, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Good luck. 8 looks like the one. 6, 3, 4 is my first guess. I'm going 4, 8, 3. I had all the horses for my trifecta last time, 10 on top, but my 1, 6 was swapped. Oh, great job on that 10, Aaron. You're getting the hang of this game quick. And here is my play. I'm not going crazy. I'll try and beat Ness. He doesn't seem to be on today. I like this. I like the 6 some, and an exactor of 6, 4, 3, 4. It's the wrong type. 3, 4, 6, 8 over 3, 4, 6, 8. Getting close to post here. I want to get it in right. Good luck, everybody. How much time do we have here? Did they start yet? I'm here looking at the, they're getting in. Okay, we still have time. What else? What else is going on? So we got 9. Do I have any time for a daily double? If I do anything, if I was going to do anything, get, a little add something to it here, I would. I'd add the 5 underneath too. This is a rough one. Now the 5 is 5 is dangerous. And they're off. All righty. Now Ness is doing, Ness burned us in the last 2 on horses that clearly had an edge over the others, and I don't even think he hit the board. Here comes the 6. The 8 is a come from behind horse, so I don't expect to see him out front early. Pennington on the jockey on the 6. Which is 5 to 1. The open favorites are the Ness horse, Date Night Kisses, the 7, and Chelsea Wall, number 8. Both are at 2 to 1. 5 got bet down from 8 to 1 to 3 to 1. See, Pennington is trying to let it loose here, folks. Here comes that 5. 5's going to take this. But the 5 is stretching out. Jamie Ness. Use him the last 2, does nothing. This time he has a horse that is this 5? What's happening? He's lost control of the horse. He's going towards the outside. Jamie Ness wins with a horse that really doesn't figure this time. Other times he has dominant ones. He doesn't come in. Parx. That track is known for games being played. At least we got one winner over there so far heading into the last race. I mean, the last couple, even the 10 last 10 was alone, but a couple of these races, these horses. Ice water, we switched off the coffee. So great job, anybody who played the 7. We didn't have it. -6, so now we're up 12 going into the final race. We're going to finish ahead. The question is how much? This is one of those days where, hey, it beats losing. So we have one more race to go, the 10th race. This is a different type of day for me. Usually I look over the card a little bit and get an idea before I do a show. And today I'm doing a little bit different. We're coming in here just starting fresh. And as if we just bought the racing form and started without looking at anything at all, and the race is kicked off. And so you're seeing how I do it if I was at the track going race by race. All horse racing all the time. I'm your host, Al. On this show, this is a show for both horse racing fans and horse players. Horse players who are either looking to improve their game or share their knowledge with others, give their picks. It's an interactive show. Chat is open. So we hear some angles to look at when handicapping the horses. This show is a little bit different also in this specific show right now, in that I'm starting ice cold. I have not looked at any of the PBs before going in. And lo and behold, the only race that I hit is the 6th, and that one I started 2 minutes before the show, so I looked it over, handicapped it in 2 minutes, and then hit a $66 exacta. So that's the lone winner. The other ones I had just the standard 20 minutes between races to look it over. So you get to hear what I'm looking at as we move along. Charles, you did better in the first race when you didn't think. Well, I did think, but yeah, I did. I did better when I only had 2 minutes to work with. And I don't feel bad about my picks. I love all the picks. I don't think I would change anything with the exception of maybe adding the load speed 10. But the other ones, Jamie Ness and other horses that looked tremendous, did nothing. And other horses that didn't figure come in. And Ness is a 29% trainer with a top jock. And now last race, when he really doesn't figure, he wins, and he wins big. But no great shakes. We're up 12 going into the last one. How you doing, Charles? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. If you like this channel, like and subscribe. Share it with your racing friends. Get notifications of all new pre-recorded videos and live interactive racing shows. Quick reactions. Ice water now, folks, not coffee. I may have one more cup later. All right, time to stop horsing around. Got to get to the 10th race. I didn't look at it yet. I have no idea. All right, let's bring up the PPs. Parx, race 10. What kind of race are we looking at? What type of race are we looking at? Those of you out there, I did a Mountaineer show last night. Now, I did have some winners on that show. Haha, G-Man. Hey, G-Man, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Good to see you. I remember the avatar of the cat. A good-looking cat. I did Mountaineer last night. Geez, I don't know if I'm going to go there again for another show. I was thinking about doing one, talked about doing a Mountaineer show tonight, but I mean, if I was going to go in a direction, I'd probably prefer Penn National over Mountaineer because they're the higher quality races, bigger purses, better horses, better trainers. The Mountaineer experience, I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking at covering Churchill Downs tomorrow. They have a terrific card, and it's earlier in the day. And they have great races over there. So I already got the PPs for Churchill Downs. Charles, you will hit the 10th race. I hope so, Charles. Thanks for weighing in. Hey, always good to see you. Charles Lacey, the man of the hour with all the power. Miller, Penn National would be great tonight. I don't have the PP yet. If I do a show later, it would be Penn National over Mountaineer. It's just a higher quality. And I don't know, there's something about Mountaineer. I used to do well there, but as I learned more about horse racing, and I just saw the quality of the contenders and the trainers and the horses, and the purses of $7,900. It's great. I mean, all horse racing is great, and Mountaineer has been good to me, but I'm just, I try and bring the best show that I can. So I'll keep it in mind, and I'll keep you posted. And so you subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notifications when I go live. So I'm thinking I'll be going live tonight, probably, but we'll see. And but if I go live, I doubt it will be Mountaineer. Okay, I got to get started here. Where do we go? Race 10. Aaron Cook, you have the picks already for Churchill? No, I have not looked at Churchill at all. I have the PPs though in advance. I'm not going to be doing a racing report for it. I'll just be doing a show, giving my selections. I'll probably start looking them over tonight, and definitely in the morning. And but I'll be doing a show for Churchill Downs tomorrow. All right, let's go. How close are we to post time? 17 minutes post. Okay. 7-4 exacta last race. The 7 paid 620, and the 4 paid 720 to place, and it was a 71.20 exacta for $2. And a 50-cent trifecta was 745. Let me just go back and look at this 10-1-6. Oh, all right. Aaron, great job on that. That we almost had that. Jeez. Okay, race 10. 7 furlongs, maiden claimers, 10K. So these horses are up for 10K. And again, going back to Mountaineer, not the body slam Mountaineer, but a lot of races last night were 4K claimers. And this is the cheap claiming race here, 10K, which is more than double, 2.5 times the claiming price. We had a 40K claiming race earlier. All right, 7 furlongs. Now, the first thing that jumps out at me is I'm looking down the PPs, scrolling through them, okay? I'm just taking a glance to see if anything jumps out at me. And the one at 8-1, this one is 0 for 9. So this one's trying to break through forever. It did come in second last time, but it's, you got to watch out for those. There's some, what is this, 3 and up. Some horses just don't like to win. It's as simple as that. 3 is slower than the 1. The 2 is slower than the 1. The 4 I can deal with. It's only raced once. And what it did, it saved ground, a closed gap. Okay, it ran out of town. It fired a bullet on October 29th, and at first of 16, it has some speed. Has that sneaky trainer, Carla Morgan, 5. Let's continue. The 5 towers above the others. The thing that bugs me about the 5, as far as speed figures, it towers above the others. It's never raced at Parx. Drops in class today. It's 0 for 11, but it has 3 seconds and 4/3. But the speed figures are much faster than the others. 11% trainer, 25% jock, but the jock, that 25% is only based on a first and a second and 4 tries. But trying to break through a long time. Drops in class for this. Came in last 4 races, second. Last 3 races came in second, always close. Last 2 seconds were less than a length, came in third the race before that. 6 has been trying a long time, 13 races. These horses just refuse to win. One of them is going to have to win this race, at least by default. 13 races, 3 seconds, 3/3. 4 races at Parx, 3 seconds, and 3 at the distance, 2 seconds. Not as fast as the not as fast by the speed figures as the 5, but 21% trainer. Mario Dominguez, Andy Hernandez, 15% jock. Who else? Seven is just too slow. Just too slow. I can't. Decent trainer, Joe Taylor, 12%. Jock, Adam Bowman, 9%. Speed figures are just putrid. It's lost. Now, here's an idea of what we're talking about. 0 for 5. In those 5 races, number 7 is lost by 20 lengths, 28 lengths, 16 lengths, 22 lengths, and 18 lengths. So its best race, it finished 9th, 16 lengths back. Actually, yeah. No, not for me. 8 is horrible by the numbers. 9, is there anything to go by? Already I'm getting a clear picture here. Looks like there's only 3 horses, 12 minutes to post, 3 horses that I can even think about for winning. Who else we got here? Steve, I had the 10-7 double, only paid $76 for $2. Somebody was on that one, my friend. I hate that. I see that. You know what, Steve? I see that happening a lot at Aqueduct. There was like a 4-to-1 over 23-to-1 exacta, and it paid about the same thing that this thing that your double hit was about $75. Normally an exacta, 40. I mean, and the 2 chalks didn't even hit the board. Didn't come in for a second. And when you do that, you wonder what's going on. Maybe there's just much better players today that are pounding these things, or who the hell knows? Because I remember I see that at Aqueduct too, and Parx sometimes. Parx can be suspicious. And I know somebody, I'm not going to mention names. I know somebody that actually, is familiar with Parx, has worked there, and he even himself says that you got to watch out. There's some crazy results over there. Steve, great job on that double, and great job on the 10. Steve is the big guy here on campus today with that 10 winner with Paco Lopez that paid $24 winner. What was that, the 8th race or something? Great job, Steve. Thanks for weighing in. But yeah, at least you won. It beats losing, Tremendous job. Paco helped double. I'm guessing that's why it paid short. That could be. Did Paco win the race before? All right. Yeah, everybody bets Paco. He's a fan favorite there. All right, where are we? Let's get back to it. Look at this. All right. Yeah, 5 has the big speed figures, and it's fair. I mean, this one is due to break through eventually. Hasn't in 13 tries. It's still a board. And the 6 is another, no, in 11 tries. It's a regular board hitter. What do you do here with the 7? I'm not going to go. What are the odds on the 4? I'm going to give the 4 another shot because the 4 closes well. It's only making its second start. Trainer, very limited action, 2 of 3, 67%, 2 winners out of 3. And jockeys, 12%, Andrew Wolfson. Bourbon Courage, a good sire. What about the sires of the 6? How do we do this? Oh, the 4 scratched. I can't do anything with this race. This is going to be a chalk festival. How do we work around the chalk? Is there any money there? I mean, it's probably going to be the 3 over the 6. I mean, the 5 over the 6. So now we got to dig deeper. Is there hidden money in this race? You're seeing how I'm doing this start to finish right there. Limited time to look at the races. And at the same time, participate in chat and also watch the board. So we're all over the place here. So the 4 is scratched. What a shame. Do we have another one? The 1 is getting spotted weight. 0 for 1 at the distance. Oh, God. Ran horrible at this distance. 6 lengths, 54 back. Finished 6 lengths, 54 back with a 3 speed figure. Otherwise, usually runs between the 40s and the 60s lately. I like that it's run in the 60s. I like that it finished second last race. So let's keep that one in mind. Opens at 8 to 1. How about the 3? What about the 2? 3 bad races in a row. Another closer. Another one. Closest, it lost by 20 lengths last race, 21 the one before, 13 the one before. Keeps the same of Treos. They're staying with him. 19% trainer, 10% jock. They say this horse has a few perks. A high percentage trainer, 25% trainer, 25% trainer, second time Lasix, eligible to improve second off the layoff, is a closer, and the stretch out might help. Never threaten the leader. It's got squashed 3 in a row. Are they going to turn this one loose? Opens at 15 to 1. Who else? Any other bombs in here? That 3, I can't back the 3. I mean the 7. Can't back it. 8. 8 horse, get this. Settles Stella, 0 for 32. 0 for 32 lifetime. 4-year-old, still looking for its first winner. Sir Cupid, 6% trainer, 12% jock. Another one that gets crushed every race. It has some races in here that fit. They were at Monmouth. Closer. What about 9? All right. And Social Joe. gives us some hope. Race for closers. What I like about Social Joe is at least he runs at this place. He's 0 for 13. 5 is, can we beat the 5? The 5 never ran at Parx. 5 is coming down in class. Let's do a small exacta here. Yeah, there's 6. We're up 12. Let's see what happens. 5, 10 over there's another one up front that I think I wanted to mess around with a little bit. Over 1, 5, 6, 10. So if I win this, who knows? If I lose this, I finish up 6. It's like kissing your sister, right? Let's get back to the chat. Good luck, Aaron. Good luck. Just for shits and Diego. Order is 9856. Aaron, threading the needle. Did that. He had over $200 trifecta straight, 50 cents, returned over $239, I think, at Churchill Downs. So Aaron is a player to be reckoned with here. A player on the rise and a new player. Playing since May. So already getting the hang of this. You got this, Aaron. Okay, let's put this exacta in. Race 10 exacta. I'm going to go add the 10 because he's raced here and has some races that fit. 5-10 over 1-5-6-10. And the 5 that's taken all the money has never raced here before. He's 0 for 13. So I'm hoping that one of the others come in second. It's the 10 wins, Social Joe, and one of the others come in second. So we got 2 shots here with either the 5 or the 10. And Aaron, of course, has the 10-cent super. Order is 9856. Let's take a look at that 9. How close are we to post? Still 2 minutes to post. 9, Sir Cupid. Yeah, you know, I was looking at that one a little bit, and then I fell in love with the 10 when I saw the circumstances here. You know, I could very easily add the, one more. And I could very easily add one more. 5-10, and it'll add $2 to it. So either I'll hit this or finish 4 up. See, now I'm going to fly. That's why it's good to watch. And I went back and took a further look at Sir Cupid, and he's taking money. And that could add to the exacta. So now I'm going to adjust my play. Sir Cupid, yeah, Cupid, out of tap it. Excellent. Okay, race 10. An adjustment. We still have a minute to post. Got to be able to improvise here, folks. So instead of a $6 exacta, it turns into an $8 exacta. And I'll still be ahead either way here out of these 5 races. Luis is a good jockey. Yes. 12%. Yeah, tremendous jockey. The trainer leaves something to be desired at 6%, but Luis Ocasio definitely staying out of this race. Yeah, it could be. This could pay nothing, Steve. You know, this could be very, very chalky between the 5 and 6. So here's my play. Exacta, 510 over 156.910. And they're getting in the gate, folks. Best of luck to you. I'm glad that I see that the 10 is now up to 7-1, which doesn't bode well, or at least the public doesn't think he has a shot. But hey, no one thought the 10 had a shot the other day except Steve, the other race except Steve and Aaron, who had him on top at 10-1, 11-1. So all hope is not lost. Hey, everybody thinks, hey, they get swung by the board. The public must know what they're doing. Public must know what they're doing. 97% of the public are losing horse players. And they say there's only 3% of horse players are winners. And that's what we look to do here and bring on this channel. You know, I've seen here firsthand a lot of the players out there who have weighed in with their selections during the show. They've had some big hits. So all hope, you know, you can win at this game if you play it the right way. But don't get swayed by the board because the people are not betting it or are betting it. And they're off. Good luck, everybody. One got broke slow. What do we got? Here goes the 5. Who is that? Is that the 7 leading at 24-1? Good trainer, Joseph Taylor. This will be the last insult to injury, I guess, for the day. The 7 wins at 30-1. Unless you have the 7, good luck. Here comes the 5, and here comes the 2. What is going on here, folks? Where is Sir Cupid? Where is Social Joe? Where is that 10? They're running in a pack. Here comes Sir Cupid. All right, 5-9, 5-9, go. Okay, there goes the 5. Okay, now the 5 seems to have shaken free. So now my hope is that one of the bombs comes in second, like Sir Cupid. Come on, 9. Don't let us down. Come on, 9. No 6. Come on, no 6 for second. Oh, jeez. You believe this crap? Who else? Who else is there? Can anybody else get in this? Sneak in here? 5. Is that 5? 5, 6. I won and probably lost money. Oh. Sir Cupid looked good for a while. What is this going to pay? 5, 6 will pay $2.80 for $1. So I finished the day down about $5. That's that. We gave it our best shot. We had a winner to kick it off. She's not a very good announcer. Hopefully, I haven't listened to the announcer on Parx. I didn't realize they had a female announcer. I got to listen next time. I keep the sound down here because, you know, if I play it, I can get a, copyright warning because I don't have the digital rights to reproduce that on a show. And Miller, I really don't trust Parx at all right now. I figured I'd do something at a Parx afternoon show to do something different, handicapping on the fly. And like I said, I know somebody that's worked at Parx, and they say, hey, even he doesn't trust the track. There's a lot of crazy game playing going on over there. I think we saw it there this afternoon, but I'm not going to get down on it. And I just prefer other tracks. So that's it for now. Thanks, everybody, for joining us this afternoon and sharing your picks. A great job on that 10 horse, Aaron and Steve, who gave it out. Hey, what about that 10? So if you like this channel, like and subscribe. I may be going live tonight, so keep your eyes out for that. And I'm looking for a different track to do at night than Mountaineer. On the weekends, it's easy because you can go with Del Mar. I like doing Del Mar racing. I'm a fan of that. And the bigger tracks. Tomorrow I'll be going live covering Churchill Downs. I'll start looking over that card. So everyone, thanks for joining us. If you're playing into the races tonight, and I'm not out there tonight, best of luck. Hey, bring it home. Ice water through your veins. When you're playing the races, keep your emotions on an even keel. You don't want to be an emotional basket case watching these races. If you see a race and you're not comfortable with it, pass on the race. There's no crime in passing on a race. When you sit down and watch a race and you decide to play a race, you want to be able to sit back and relax and watch it. Watch the horses run, because you know you have good picks. You know you have contenders. You don't want to be wishing, praying, on your knees watching the race. Then, you want to have a good, strong hold on it. Sometimes there's only 2 or 3 good races to play on a card. If you can get 2 or 3 really good ones, you're lucky. Okay, I'm not saying pass on all of them, but ones that you can step on it a little bit or feel comfortable and cover it the right way. There's nothing wrong with playing one single pick 3 and that's it, and cashing it for a few $100. So until next time, have a great afternoon, evening. If you're playing the races, best of luck and bring it home. All the best. Thanks for joining us this afternoon and weighing in. All the best, and talk with you soon.